I see. There we go. Ah, my ear itches. Okay, so back in it. All right. All right, we're back. Let me shrink this a little bit. Don't really need like this too much. Okay, so I probably should make a list of things that I need to do. I thought I had a list. Oh, I have it on my... Okay, hang on, let me get on here. I changed around some of my setup, so my audio might be messed up. 1 second. Nope, sounds fine. Alright. Alrighty, here we go. Refresh this. Alright. Let me go get my list of things that I need to do. Let's see if I can get this stuff really quick. How do I like go through this? Here we go. I gotta like go through it quickly. I've got a bunch of these. Here we go. Get my screenshot. Where's my snippet tool? Oh my god, literally when I needed it. Okay, so next up is my stuff that I care about. So environmental hazards, death, ragdoll, and respawn, save states and checkpoints, scene framing system, and then continue building on the levels. Let's do a scene reframe. Okay, so let's go to the spot where I'll be doing the scene reframe. I'm gonna put this back over here. I'm gonna put this back in here. Thought I could. Oh, there we go. So a scene reframe is gonna happen right here. So let's make a 3D object cube. This is gonna have a box collider that is a trigger. It's gonna have a scene reframe. Scene reframe. And then edit script. So the purpose of the scene reframe is to, like, in certain situations I want the camera to go to a new spot. Let's see, so I'm gonna have to get a couple things here. I need the Cinemachine, so using Cinemachine. So then I need the virtual camera, a private virtual camera in camera, that's fine. And then on awake, whoops. Let's look at how I'm calling my camera right now. Is it on the player? Virtual camera. It's untagged. So we'll want to label this the camera. Main camera. How about I give it the virtual camera tag? Virtual camera. So this is the thing that has the follow and look at stuff, and the ortho size. That's kind of the stuff that I really care about. So do I want to do this as like a zone? Okay, so I kind of want to do it as like a zone, actually. That'd be kind of cool. So like, let me go ahead and take this. Oh, I see. One second. 2D object. Okay, hang on. This is it's a sprite renderer and a collider, so I don't really care about that. What I care about is a 2D object, sprite, square. Let's go ahead and drop it into the ground. And then make it extra big. And then make it translucent. And then draw it as orange. So this will be my reframe. Maybe right here, I don't know. Let's just kind of see how it's supposed to look. Okay, let's try that. So this is a reframe zone. Okay. Scene reframe. So let's say it's a trigger. So that means I need to add a 2D, a 2D area effector. Interesting. I have to look up what that does. Wait a second, what is all this stuff? Kind of want to look through this. Tile map collider, target joint. I know what that is. Wheel joint, that's fine. These are cool. Platform effector 2D. Friction joint. I'll have to look at what this stuff does. Let's just add this for now. So we'll add that. So back here. So it's void on trigger enter 2D, and then private void on trigger exit 2D. Okay. So on awake, m camera is equal to get component dot. That's fine, but it's gonna be game object dot find by tag, find tag, game object with tag, that. Then we're gonna do this virtual what the fuck, how do you spell virtual? One second. Virtual UAL virtual camera dot get component cinemachine camera, cinemachine virtual camera. So then we are gonna come back here and then double check virtual camera, cinemachine virtual camera. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So then we're going to have a public game object dot no public transform new No. Public transform. New look at. New look at. Public float new ortho. Okay. Now, private transform original look at and private float original ortho. Okay, so now on enter, original look at is equal to m camera dot look at, and original ortho is equal to m camera dot ortho. Let's look at how it's lens ortho size. Lens orthographic. Orthographic is a bool, so it's my main lens, but it's gonna be orthographic size. There you go. And then m camera dot look at is equal to the new look at, and m camera dot m lens dot orthographic size is equal to new ortho. Crap. Ortho. Like that. Then I copy this stuff. You exit, it just goes back to original. Original. Look at. Original ortho. There you go. So now, I can take this thing, my reframe zone, I can bring this here. So I will add a empty, bring it down a little bit, add this to my new look at, and my new ortho will be 4. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna move this away. I'm working on the death spot. This is where the death is first introduced. I'm obviously gonna make this a lot easier and change the way the death looks. 1 second. This thing is... There you go. Okay, so now that whenever now this should work. Oh, no. Hang on. Is this 2D? Oh, it is. On trigger exit 2D. Private member scene, free frame, on trigger exit 2D is unused. On trigger exit. One second. Collider 2D. And then I do this 2D. There you go. One thing that's messed up is that I haven't... made it so that it's the player. I'll fix that. Oh, I probably should check. The player's virtual camera. It is set to 4. But it's still following here, and it's set to look at this. Interesting. Oh shit, sorry. It's actually the other way. It's the follow that I want to change. Damn it. New follow. So let's go ahead and rename this to new follow. And then this will be, rename this to original follow. Original follow. I think that's how it's gonna work. This will be renamed to, oh shit, sorry, my bad. M camera follow. Follow. And then also I have to do this. If other tag. So if it's if collision dot tag, if collision dot tag is equal to player, then we do this stuff. Sorry, I just needed to fix this. Grab this, X, tab, paste. There you go. Same here. If collision player equals blah blah blah. What's this? I don't know why it used different parameter names there. Or, is it parameter? I don't remember. I don't think it's parameter. It's... I do not want to be over here anymore. Let me move my player. Okay. Crap. So all it does right now is Oh, that's why. Let's try this again. Oh, no, no, no. I'm tired of walking all this distance. Okay, I want it to be a little bit smoother. Okay, I know what to do. So so let's do a boolean, a private bool, bool active equals false, and then on trigger enter. Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh, it's time to stream. I am streaming. Yeah. We'll do this. Active is equal to true. This is active equals false. So original follow is m camera follow, m camera ortho size, and then if active unity smooth transition between numbers. Lerp and slurp. This is the one. What is lerp? Lerp stands for linear interpolation, and slurp stands for spherical linear interpolation, which is similar to lerp, but instead of interpolating between 2 points in a straight line, slurp interpolates between 2 points on a sphere. In Unity, slurp is used to create smooth rotations between 2 orientations by specifying a start rotation and rotation. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna lerp. So, right. So it's gonna be m camera dot follow is equal to alert transform. Let's look at the lerp function. Quaternion slurp. Let's go back up here. Vector 3 lerp. Vector 3 lerp. That's what I want. Okay, so vector 3 lerp. Start position is my original follow to my new follow of time t. Shit. 1 second. Time dot delta time times speed like that. Let's do a public float transition speed equals 2f. Transition speed. Okay. Lerp. Original position. Position. Damn it, man. It's right. I can't. Okay, so the only other way would be to move the position of... So I could take the transform of the object I'm looking at and move it to the new position and then move it back. Okay, so let's try that. So it'll be the object. So new follow, new ortho, the transitional speed, the Cinemachine virtual camera, and the private camera, it's the private game object physical look at. What in the hell was that? That was weird. Oh my god, my computer's like freaking out. Linearly interpolates between 2 points. Okay. Holy moly, what is going on? Struggling. Something's screwing with my computer. This is not a particularly difficult. Okay, I've gotta. So the physical look at is a game object. It's this. I keep the virtual camera looking at that. So I don't need a new look at or a new follow. I'll just rename this to new camera position. Like that. Because what's going to happen is the camera will slowly shift to the new camera position. Because the physical look at I'll just call it the look at. What the hell was that? The look at is not tagged as anything. Probably should tag it. Look at point. Let's go ahead and tag it, I guess. Add tag. Look at point. So that we can get this. Look at point is equal to game object dot find game object with tag look at point, just like that. So now we do look at point is equal to vector look at point dot transform is equal to position is equal to this. I don't know if this will work. So if you become active, I want you to look at point.parent. How do I decouple it from its parent? I don't think this will work. Okay, let's see what happens. New ortho, transitional speed, and then new camera position is this. Rename this to camera position. Come back here and then put this here and save and then press play. Let's try that. Still not working. New camera position. So what is it saying? It says object reference not set to an instance of an object. Wait, what line? Is it gonna give me a line? It looks like both. Ah, I see. Okay, so first off, let me fix this music. This is like too much. this. Holy moly, man. What is going on with you? My god. PC is freaking out. My PC's struggling. What's going on, dude? Fable. Love this. Okay, we'll keep this on. Okay. So, I don't know. The problem is that it's trying to do this before I have it ever set. Oh, why am I doing it like this? It's just right here, dude. Here you go. Still not picking it up. Oh, it gave me the error. 42. 42 is right here. Look at point transform vector lerp. Look at point transform. Is it not getting the look at point? The look at point. Oh, it's because I never tagged it. That's my fault. Player. Overrides. Apply all. I've added death and that stuff. Okay, that's on me. Okay. It's doing stuff now. But it's, you know, not exactly what I want. So, one of the problems that we're facing hold on. Okay, so definitely one of the problems we're facing. Second. I gotta turn this down a little bit. I can hardly think. Start position to end position. Okay, so then this is, okay, so basically what I do is I set to active, so I want to write a function, private function, void, transition to a start. So it's gonna be a transformed out position. So vector 3 start position and a vector 3 end position, and it's gonna just be Dude, there's gotta be like a real. There's gotta be. Okay, so first off, if active, look at point. It's gonna go ahead and start POS, end POS, and then if look at point dot transform dot position is equal to end POS, and then we say active is off. Active is equal to false. Okay. Now, oh, I know what to do. It's gonna be private vector 3's start POS and end POS, and then it's gonna be whenever we set active here. When we say active here, start POS is equal to look at no, it's original follow. And then end POS is equal to new camera position, new camera position dot transform dot position, new camera position. So it's just gonna be new camera position dot position. In POS, new camera does not exist. New camera position. Prostitution position. There you go. So we take this, and then we say true again. True. And then we say the opposite. End POS is equal to blank blank blank. And then start position. Okay. Don't need this. All I need is this. Okay, got it. Still moving back and forth. That's okay. Okay, so it's not as bad. The object the camera wants to move with, the body target. If this is null, the VCAM's transform will be defined by the camera's position. It says framing transfer requires a follow target. Change body to do nothing if you don't want to follow target. Follow the look at point. look at, the object the camera wants to look at, the aim target. If this is null, the VCAM transform orientation will be defined by the camera's orientation. Okay, so on exit, okay, so let's look at my lookout point. I see. So what happens is whenever I turn around, it flips the camera and it goes back to the lookout point. And it only seems to happen on exit, so it's not working on entering. So start position equals original, follow, start position to end position. If you're active, start position to end position. And then if you happen to be in position, and this is assuming that so not quite working. Okay, I could do something silly here. So I could do new camera position, move it to my look at point. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we could do it like this. So whenever I do not activate yet, I take my new camera position, original follow, and then the look at point. Okay, hang on. Okay, fuck. Okay, so, damn, dude. Okay, what? I'm trying to like think of like the order to do this in. I want the vector 3 of my position always. So private, vector 3, new camera position. Shit. I'll do this as a game object. Or it's fine, honestly. New vector 3. New position. I'll rename this as new camera transform, rename to new camera transform. Do I really need that though? Yeah, I'll do it like this. and then new camera. I will rename this to new camera transform. Transform. New location transform, and then hit enter, and then new location dot position as two separate things. Damn it. Rename to new location dot, or no, new location position. Center, hit this. I want this to actually be my game object. Game object. New camera spot. Spot dot transform dot position. So I'll always have this recorded. Always have this recorded. So then I take this. Oh shit. New camera. Rename this to new camera. New camera. Look at. Okay. New camera look at. If new camera look at dot transfer in position equals in position. Okay. Okay, keep it like this. Now, so this, I don't need any of this. I do need this. The look at point I will need. Original ortho. I will need this. Let's get this figured out first. Okay, so the M camera, its look at will be changed. So this game object, the new camera look at, will be moved to, before you activate, the new camera look at dot transform dot position will equal the look at point dot transform dot position, which is my look at, and then the M camera dot look at will become the new camera look at dot transform. There you go, and then you'll activate, and you'll take the new camera look at's transform dot position, starting point to end point. So then start point position is equal to new camera look at transform dot position, and then end position is equal to new camera position. It's the thing I saved. New location position. New camera look at to new camera position. New camera location position. Let's rename this to target. Target position. New camera look at versus the look at. New camera look at. Rename this to new camera look at point. Compared to the look at point. And then the target position, in position equals target position. Okay. And then I take this. If new camera look at point transform.position is equal to the in position, then you'll be false. Whew, that scared the shit out of me. Why did that scare me? Okay. And then active is true. So it starts there and then goes there, and then on exit I don't know if it'll work this way. So the new camera dot position transform, we don't need to move it. It is where it needs to start. This is the thing that's kind of hard to say. It's the look at. Damn it. Okay, so when you enter, your position goes to the look at point, and then the M camera looks at that, the transition's smooth, and then the start position here, in position here, active, and then it starts interpolating, or it starts lerping, and then once the speed is good, active, it's probably another thing. It's probably gonna be a bool. That'll be something like transition in. Don't know what that was. Transition in equals true, and then transition out. Transition in is true, and then transition in is equal to. Whoa! Why? Transition in. Dude, come on. Transition equals false. So if you're active, it's hard to tell how it's supposed to go. Sorry. So transition defines this thing. Oh, okay, got it. And transition in. So if you're active and you're transitioning in, or if you're active and transitioning out, so it's transition in, but false. Dude, what the hell? New camera look at point. It'll be very similar. But instead, new camera look at point, transform position will be the start point is your own position, and in position is going to be the look at point dot transform dot position. And then as soon as new camera position equals blank, we say m camera look at is equal to the look at point. Dot transform. There you go. New camera look at point is equal to this. Still didn't work. Okay, hang on. Virtual camera. Virtual camera. Okay. So target position is equal to new camera look at point, transformed out position. So when I first enter, it should transition. Crap, I gotta stop chewing my nails. Damn it, dude. What the hell do I do? No? So it's... God damn it, it's not even... Okay. So, I gotta change some things around. Oh, crap. Okay, so it's the follow that defines this stuff. Look at point. Virtual camera. So on the player, so let's go ahead and go in this prefab. I'm gonna change this to be different. It's not look at point, it's the camera position. Fold. Position. Now take this, add tag, look at point, fuck that. Well. Camera position. Okay. Happy with that? Check. Should I name it camera point? Sprite, grab point. Ground check and a camera position. Add tag. Take this off. Camera position. Okay, happy with that. Player overrides. Okay, so that's just camera position. Back in here, back in the, well, let's change this. Camera position. Apply. Now back in here, it's not lookout point, it's camera position. Position. Now, target position is equal to blank. My lookout point, fuck this. Rename this to default camera position. Okay. Nope, I want to rename this to camera position object. Okay. So I've got my camera position object. I've got my target position. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at this. This is rename new camera position object. Okay. Okay. So, new camera position object dot transform dot position is equal to the camera position object transform dot position. M cameras follow is equal to the new camera position dot transform. The start position is equal to the new camera position dot transform dot position. The in position is equal to the target. We set it to active and we're transitioning in. Now, we're transitioning in. The new camera position object dot transform dot position is equal to the starting position in position. If the new camera position, oh, here it goes, give it time. Lerp interpolates between 2 points, A and B. You start at A, you go to B. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. The reason it didn't work is because it's not set here. Is lerp backwards? Like, what's going on? Okay, now this is right here. Follow equals camera position dot transform. There you go. God, man. Took too long. Okay. Mm-mm. So I don't understand. On the enter, it like transitions immediately. The snap's there, but that's not the position of my camera. You see how fast that jumps? What is the difference? I think I know why. It doesn't change the look at it. Look at. Um Is there a way I can reference the M camera's position? M camera.transform.position. Oh, maybe. See that. No, I broke it. I need it to transition through until the follow is done. Oh, okay. I am working with a third position. Okay. So I have the camera position, new camera position, and I have the M camera. Okay. I don't need this anymore. I don't want this. Let's go and get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this. Oh, well, I do need that, but let's get rid of the lerp. So when we activate, M camera dot follow is equal to null, and the start position is equal to m camera.transform.position, and end position is equal to target new camera position.object.transform.position. Okay. So new camera. So we'll just start with the original camera position and the new camera position. And then the start and the end. Do I really need start and ends? Not really. So I don't need these. I see why I use transforms now. Okay, camera position. So this is actually going to be when we're active and going in, it's going to be mCamera.transform.position. What the fuck? Whoa. Rename. Man, I've gone back and forth on this quite a few times now. New camera position.transform.position. Now as soon as new camera, no, this is going to be as soon as mCamera. As soon as mCamera.transform. How to see if two things are in the same spot? Unity. Detecting two objects in the same place. I need to create a detecting script to let me know if both objects are in the same area. Oh, vector 3 distance to compare. Okay. Okay, mCamera transform.position if just how do I do this? Vector 3.distance, is that it? Vector 3 distance to compare the position of the two objects. When they're close enough, call whatever functions you want. Okay. So we're gonna do vector 3.distance of M camera and new camera position dot transform dot position is less than 0.01 0.1f. Damn it. Position transform dot position, then active is false, and we say M camera follow is equal to new camera. That yes. And then we're transitioning out. New camera position, it's just camera position transform. Okay. And we want to lerp between two spots. M camera position is equal to lerp M camera position to just camera position transform. Camera position transform dot position. Right, camera position, and then position, and then as soon as the vector 3 between these two spots is less than this, camera position that means that this is named incorrectly. Position. There you go. Okay. Whew. Alrighty. Camera position transform. New camera position transform. So the M camera will go null, go active, and transition in. And as soon as you finish, you'll get your new follow. And then you'll get the false. Okay, let's try this. I'm hoping this will work. Okay, gotcha. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Brother, what? What the fuck? Right. Sorry. What in the fuck was that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I need to, whenever things are active, I need to like give the distance. I'm a little confused at why whenever things go false. So whenever things go false, damn dude, I'm just a little confused. I don't understand kind of what's happening. It is weird. Cause like the position is being modified to go say this. It re-inherits its this is good music. It needs a look at or a follow. How about you follow yourself, you fucking... Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Camera.transform. Follow yourself, you idiot. Do you not like that? didn't like that. Okay. Create an empty parent. Create an empty. Is there something that I can give it? Camera position? Camera position transform? Virtual camera. I want to get one of it, or a child off of this virtual camera, because I might be able to, well, okay, so this is the spot that's messing me up right here. Setting the follow. So whenever you take the follow off, it like saves its original settings, and then when you put the follow back on, it like quickly transitions from like the original settings back into the new settings. So if I can keep something consistent, or like a temporary place, let's do a public transform dot temp. Is that camera transform? Yes. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this temp, and if this works, then we'll come up with like an official name for the variable. This is the temp. I'm gonna come down into my camera reframe. I'm gonna put my game object into that temp. And then we're gonna come to this virtual object. Currently, this virtual, my virtual camera is looking at me, totally fine. And then whenever I move, still doesn't like that. Game object. Yeah, it really does not like that. It's moving. It's because it's trying to lerp between the positions, but it's stuck trying to do the camera follow. So let's do this. New camera position and camera position. Okay, let's try this. So like what's gonna happen is like there's gonna be no lerp at all. It's just gonna jump. But maybe I can get like some sort of smoothing. See how fast that is? Okay, so this is like what it looks like. So whenever I leave, it's just so fast. So how do I slow this down? Let's try to do some manipulation here. So this is the thing that helps with this. So maybe I bump up the dampening like really high in ease function. See this, that moves much slower, but you can still see that like there's like a jump. Let's go with this ease function, unity. Easing functions for unity. Unity provides ease in and ease out functions to create smooth transition between clips and surrounding gaps. To create an ease in or ease out transition, you hold control command. Nope. So it's not an I'm not using an animation. Not quite using an animation. I'm trying to use lerp to like linearly shift between the two positions, but the problem is that the composer, why is that so much like, it's so, whenever it's moving, it's fine. It's just so jerky in the beginning. Maybe there's another setting in the framing. Let's try that. That kind of helped. Nope. Try this for your T time in your lerp function. See, this is so much smoother, but it's already because it's transitioning between the two spots. It's trying to get to that yellow, and then as soon as I hit that, it's like so abrupt. Maybe I just need to like really bump the dampening up. That's so abrupt. Function ease in out. Eased lerp. Let's see. So let's write this. Private ease in out quad float T is this gonna be a void? No, it's gonna be a float. Return T less than 0.5 if 2 times T times T. Let's fill in this. I guess this is unity. Yes, this is unity. Times T. 1 minus math dot power. 2 times T 2 divided by 2 ease in out quadratic. This will ease in and out like a ball curve. Yeah, the vector eased lerp equals start end float eased T equals eased in out T. Let's just write this again. The problem is that I already have, I mean, the lerp works the way I want it to. The problem is getting this virtual camera in Cinemachine to behave with it. Whenever I take the camera's follow parameter off and set it to null, I do the lerp and everything works the way I want it to. But as soon as like the follow is set back to an object, as soon as it's set back to an object's transform, it goes back to like its default position. So the lerp does exactly what I want it to do. It's just, it's something weird with the, oops. Oh, this, okay, hang on. It does what I want it to do, but it doesn't do it perfectly. So you can see that whenever I walk into the zone, it starts transitioning smoothly, totally fine. But then whenever it sets the follow, when it sets the follow position back to non-null, so it goes, as soon as it figures out where it needs to be, oh, what the hell? It's none, and then it transitions back to something, it like resets. Now the exit, the other transition's messed up. Hang on. This one. Null. This is how I've had it. And this is just a weird thing with Cinemachine. I'm trying to figure out how to get Cinemachine not to do that. So see, it transitions, null, camera position set, but it resets the camera's position, the virtual camera's position. Goes null, transitions totally fine. As soon as it makes it to its destination, well, this one freaked out. Hang on. It's right here. So this needs to go to camera position transform. So as soon as you reset, or as soon as it gets to its destination, and it sets the new follow target, it like the virtual camera resets. Totally fine, resets. Totally fine, resets. And it's so weird. I can have it, the dampening seems a lot better, but this resetting thing is like what's messing things up. Resets. Resets. It's not the standby mode. And so I think that I do like this transition. This transition's not bad. It's not controllable though, which is kind of sucky because I was moving the, actually it is. So see this right here, my transition speed. Let's go ahead and bring this back to what it was by default. It was 1 by default. 1 and 1. Oh shit, hang on. 1 and 1, good. And then here, this is where I was setting my transition speed. So we can actually drop this down to 0.5 to transition a little slower. Yeah, that's totally fine by me. And then it jumps back to the virtual camera's control. You know what? Actually, I might be able to do this. So on this, whenever things deactivate, the mCameras dot transform is equal to the transform dot position is equal to camera position dot position. So basically, whenever everything ends, like it's reached its destination, you ensure that the virtual camera's position is equal to the correct target. That might work. So instead of it like freaking out, so it sets the new target, it makes sure that the position is at the target, and then it goes active as false. And I put the word new right here. And this might work so that there's not that abrupt like all in the same frame, it'll set the target and then set the new position so that it doesn't reset. Move, 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 move. Oh, God damn it. Dude, that sucks. 1 second. Let's see. I can delete this. I don't need that. Okay, let's watch this. It goes null. It gets to its destination and then it just resets like that. It's so weird. Maybe. Hang on. Turn this down a little bit. Weird Unity stuff, man. Okay. And none of this is gonna help because it's not active. You set the follow, you immediately follow up with this. You know what it might be? Maybe I could do it so that... No. Maybe if I do in the late update, void late update, so that like after everything's been called, I can update the camera's position to the correct location. It's gonna be mCamera.position is equal to mCamera dot follow, which gives me a transform dot position. Let's try that. Ooh, this is gonna mess a lot of stuff up, actually. I'll try it real quick, but it's gonna mess up a ton of stuff. Yeah, it makes it way faster. Yeah, I messed it up. Hang on, 1 second. mCamera.follow position, especially whenever it's null. Okay, so if mCamera.follow is not null, that'll fix it. I mean, that's gonna fix the error, but is it gonna fix the way the camera behaves? No, it's not gonna do that. Okay, so transitions, and then still resets. That's such a weird, let's look this up. Turning, hang on, Cinemachine, Unity, changing follow targets, not working. Actually, so I'm considering going back to my original approach for this, which was like having the target lerp between two positions instead of, so like having a third object start and transition, but that had some problems too on the tail end whenever it reset to a new. Okay, let's try again. Let's try that approach again. So there will be a third transform that that does the the lerping for us. Public transform temp again. Oh no, I already have that temp. The temp is gonna jump from one spot to another. I don't like this code. This is not gonna work. Or well, it is, but it's just like. Oh, but that's why I was using the M camera. But I need something to hold the M camera's follow consistently. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this, and I'm gonna read this note. Okay. The update method, you're manually lerping the camera's position. Yep. Camera transform position equals vector 3 lerp. In camera transform position. Yep. New camera position transform, delta transition speed. Yep. Once the camera is close enough to the target, you suddenly set in camera follow to the new position. That is that's what I'm doing. This abrupt change in the follow target and position can cause the snap you're experiencing. So it's not that, because what's like basically this line of code right here, it judges the distance. I can make this very small. This is tuned so that like as it gets closer, as you get closer, it will like, I can make this really small, right? So I can make this 0.5, this distance between the camera's position and that target position. So the smaller that gets, the more time it takes for it to like close that little gap. The problem is it's closing the gap, and as soon as the gap is closed, it sets the new follow target. And then immediately the virtual camera jumps to another position, because as soon as that follow target is set, it like recalls what its original settings were. So see how it like, it gets really close, and then it recognizes that it's close enough, and it jumps to like some original coordinates that it recalls from whenever the follow was originally set. So see, it'll jump back to its original position before it started lerping. And see, it jumps back and then quickly transitions. So it's not the gap that's causing that jerk. It's something about it like recalling its original information. And I have a feeling that what's causing it is the virtual camera not having a follow target saves some sort of information about its original follow target. Is it something to do with the on-trigger enter update? Yeah, I don't think so. I think that what it is because during the period when it has no follow target, it remembers its original target, and then when the target changes, it acts as if it was the original target coming back to the new target. Or it like recalls its original target and then quickly transitions to the new target. So like it's that period where it has like nothing inside of its follow parameter. Yeah, so I think what I have to do, because already I have on my player, there is an empty game object that exists that is the target position for the camera while the camera is following the player. So this camera position, this is where the camera wants to be, right here. And that's its default follow for the virtual camera. The virtual camera's default is this position right here. That's the default location for the virtual camera. But it's like when you walk into this zone, the new location is actually this spot right here. So as it gets really close, it got close enough, and then it like did a weird transition. And I have a feeling it's because I am making its follow parameter null in the time that it's lerping. So the solution, I think, is to create a third object that will transition for me the game object so that our virtual camera has something to look at, and it's this empty game object that moves back and forth. Hang on, so that's what I'll do now. And I think that I'll do this game object potentially, because this game object follows the virtual camera. So what I'll do, target that as its own object that the camera always targets, and you update its position, like what you're doing. Yeah, so I think I'll take this game object that's under the virtual camera. This is always following. But the problem with that is that this game object is parented to this. So I think that it actually has to be something that is referenced on this object here. So I'll go ahead and add an object, create an empty, and I'll call this the transition object. So I'll go ahead and mark this as a transitional object. Camera transition. Save that. So transition object, camera position. So this transition object is gonna like jump back and forth between the two things. So I'll do a temp. Temp is going to be equal to game object dot find object with tag, and it's going to be transition. I forgot what I named it already. Transition object, and it's going to be camera transition. Okay, so this is actually camera transition. Now there's actually a problem with this. I can't do it this way, because if I do a reference like that, it's actually not gonna work. So I'm gonna actually put it in publicly. There's my transition object. There we go. So now, whenever I start, follow is going to be my temp. Before I do that, it's going to be temp is equal to the camera position.transform.position. So we'll move it there. Shit, hang on. Temp is a transform. It's going to be a vector 3 actually. Vector 3. Shit, hang on. Okay, I see. It needs to be an object. Temp.position is equal to camera position transform.position. And then mCamera follow is equal to temp. So it'll put it in the correct spot, and then it will make sure that the camera's following it. And then I will make temp.position is equal to lerp between temp.position to new camera position. Now temp.position, oopsie, position is equal to the half of this. I like 8. That was the original distance gap that I had figured out that I like. 0.8. Now the follow does matter. I want to set it to the new position. I don't care about this anymore. I'll say yes. Okay. Now on exit, we're going to do something similar. Temp position. Just for symmetry, I'll do new camera position.transform.position. The follow will go back to temp. Active transition out. Now, my temp's transform position is equal to lerping between its current location, temp.position, to the new position. Then I'll check the distance. Oh, crap. Hang on. Temp dot position. Camera position. Don't care about that. Okay, this should work. Hopefully, this will ensure that I have something that I'm constantly looking at. Let's make sure it's saved. Okay. That I have something I'm constantly looking at. Wait, where the hell did it go? Oh, dude, don't tell me I did all of that in play mode. Okay, 1 second. Create empty. Transition camera. And then I mark this as camera position. No. Oh, I did. Okay, hang on. Transition camera. Just like that. Transition camera. Just double check to make sure. Okay, good. So then I'll go here. Game object transform. Temp is this. Transition camera. I actually do not need this tag. Untag that. Because I'm doing it publicly. I need it to be associated with itself. Okay, there. This should work. Okay. Much better. Much better. For sure, much better. But there still is that gap, so I can lower this to make that gap smaller. Yep, getting there. So that gap will be smaller now, but what I'll need to do is increase the speed. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. I mean, that's almost perfect, but like... Okay, you can see that there definitely is some... I think that it actually caught up. Yeah, it caught up. I need to fix my original settings. Now, the one thing that I have to check... Okay, see, that is a bug. That is a bug. So see this right here? So as you're like transitioning back and forth, something is happening with this object. You can tell that there's some weirdness. So let's make this a little bit bigger. But it's better. I'd rather deal with these problems than the one I was having before. So you see that it's transitioning? Transitioning. Transitioning. I think there's a lerp setting that I can do to have it be much faster. Okay, so... I think I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, I got it. So basically what I need to do is instead of setting these here, instead of setting this here, this is the enter. So on enter it goes straight there. This makes for very smooth. I guess the temp is putting itself at the final position before changing to the new position, looks like. Yeah, that's what it's doing. So like if I'm still transitioning, oh, okay, I got it. So if collision tag equals player, and not active. And not active. So basically, while it's active, I want it to do, like, while it is not active, I want it to like do its normal thing. But if it's active and I've entered or exited the zone, like, so basically if it's transitioning, I want it to do the same stuff. But this temp position, like, I'll just get rid of it. So I might actually do a nested if not active. So if it is not active, let me just think of the logic here. Hang on. So you found the player, and if you are active, shoot, how do I do this again? Well, basically, like, if it is active, like, I want it to... I'm trying to think of how to do this. So the position here is if it is not active. So if you're not active, you go ahead and take this and do it. All this other stuff is going to happen regardless. If not active, because basically the order of operations here is you enter into the zone, and if it gets a chance to play all the way through, it'll become inactive. Okay? Now, if you've exited and it's had an opportunity to play everything through, you'll become inactive, and therefore, like, the position will be like, you'll like want to do the default stuff. This should do it. But it should be turning around. So it's like, as I exit, it should start saying the other stuff. I see. So as I exit, it should go active, true, but transition in false. This is the thing that should be changing everything up. Temp position. Because it stays active. This also can be nested. I should probably nest this. But it's going to take me a second to, like, I want to get it working first, and then I can nest it. Because when I exit, it should theoretically, it should do this, make the transition in false, which means you're transitioning out. Ouch, my nose. And so, like, if you are inactive, you do the correct thing because you had a chance to get moved. So yeah, I don't understand why that didn't move. Yeah, I might need to reset it on the exit. Hang on before I go. So there's the transition. So there, it finished. And then here's the exit. And it finished. So that works. But on exit, so on exit, it should be that this controls it. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is right here, I'm gonna do a debug to see if it's actually going through. Debug. Transition in. And see. I just want to see if it should be go. Oh, this is it. Right here. Sorry, my bad. That was my bad. Yeah, there it goes. That'll fix it. My bad. I just had the boolean still in the if statement. Okay, no reset needed. So there it goes. And then it starts turning around, and then it starts going that way, and then it starts turning around, and then it starts going that way. Totally fine. So that looks good. There's still a weird little like jump right there to like get to that final camera position, but that is like close enough to being good in my opinion. The next problem that we're gonna see is gonna be on leaving the zone and being too fast for the camera to catch up. And this thing's gonna like follow me, dude. Oh, I'm dead. I can't make that jump. All right, the platforming I'm gonna have to work on in a little bit. Right, so let's see. Maybe I need something that speeds it up over time. How do I don't know what number is gonna actually make this go faster. Let's make this a little bit bigger and then make the transitional speed a little bit faster. And then I'm gonna make this a prefab so that I can use this zone in a lot of spots because I'll need this kind of reframing. Oh, I haven't done the ortho yet. That looks so good. Like, come on. No, I'm not necessarily... I mean, that is not a bad idea to disable the control. So, like, you would do something like that and, like, give kind of a cutscene of an area, an overlook of the area. But I want the player to, like, seamlessly transition through areas and the camera to follow them and do that. So you see that there was a second when the camera, like, it needs to really catch up. Maybe on exit we just set up set the follow target and not necessarily need to do the transition. I mean, it looks good. It's just I think there some weird stuff might happen if the player set an obstacle they have to jump over and add a small delay. Yeah, something that stops them so the camera can catch them. That's a good idea, actually. That's not such a bad idea. I mean, like, that's the other thing. Like, I can definitely do stuff like that, but I would much rather the system be robust enough so that I don't have to have, like, little worries like this. You know what I mean? So maybe on exit, I do a little bit of catch up and change the transition speed to something different. Oh, no. You know what? We actually just changed the distance that it needs to accomplish. Yeah, you don't want to design out those bugs. Yeah, I'd rather fix it, but I think I know what to do. So long as if I like make this position like big enough, as soon as like the camera is close enough to the player, it'll just catch them. So like just make that distance bigger and it'll catch them faster. It'll be a little abrupt, it'll be a little weird, I think, but I think that like that looks really good, and then as the player leaves, it catches them and jumps back into position. I'm okay with that. I just want this to be very smooth because the player will like come in here and it'll be like, oh, that was a really smooth transition to this camera. And then he does his puzzle. He does whatever he needs to do. And then when the player is leaving, the camera's like, oh, I'm going to catch up. Oh, perfect. That's fine. I'm okay with that. And now I've got to figure out the limitations of my platforming because like he just, oh, wow. I got to fix that too. I got to fix his death stuff. All right, cool. All right. So what was next on my little to-do list? Environmental hazards got taken care of. Death and ragdoll needs work. Save states. Oh, that's gonna have to wait. Scene framing. So that's the scene framing. Let's go ahead and just make it a prefab. Do I need this? I don't think I need that. Do I need that? No, I didn't need that. Okay. Reframe zone. Just drop that in there. Right. So, gonna have to figure out what I want to do with this. I definitely need to do like checkpoints and stuff and get that working. But we're doing pretty good so far. Let's get a reset on this. So player comes back over here. Just make sure everything works. All right. Let me just show you kind of what we've worked on so far. You're new, so this game is called Gloom. The central mechanic for this game is called the inversion. So basically the way the game is going to work is like this calamity, like it's going to be framed as a calamity, killed everybody off, and it's called the inversion. And basically what the inversion does is it inverts the world. It's shown through like color inversion, but the main thing that happens is like there's physics inversion. So, and the inversion causes lots of weird type of things to happen. Gravity inversion. Hang on. Invert. Physics inverter. Gravity scale. Auto invert. We'll just do auto invert. Basically, it does a lot of weird stuff. And that is kind of like the premise of the game, or that's going to be like the main driving force for the puzzles in the game, is like it's going to be kind of like Inside or Limbo. This game is taking huge inspiration from like the way Limbo looks, but a lot of the puzzles are going to be based around the colors of the game. So like whenever an inversion happens, you'll be able to see different elements of the environment, and then you can see that like the physics of certain things change also during the inversion. So like this will be like a main part of the puzzles in the game, is, you know, dragging and dropping things like a normal puzzle platformer with physics and stuff. But the inversion is gonna like uncover new elements in the game, new environmental hazards, and then the physics of certain objects will change. And just it looks cool too. Like I really like how simple the art style is, but with the inversion, I'll get to like draw in other different things. Let's get in the zone and see what it does whenever we get in here. So when we're in the zone, inversion happens, and you might, you know, use the inversion too to like give hints. So like this object doesn't change colors, so it's like, oh, this is an important object in the environment because it's not changing colors. So it's like it helps to like draw attention to certain things that might be overlooked if it was just normal color palette. At the beginning of the game, you're like not able to control the inversion at all. And then as you progress, you find objects that'll do the inversion, and then further along in the game, you actually gain control of the inversion where you're able to trigger it yourself with the push of a button. The game's got controller support, so that's really good. So, not necessarily like Metroidvania. It is really just a linear puzzle platformer. Metroidvania, like, adds a... I mean, I guess you're right. Like, you kind of gain the abilities as you go along, but it's not like the exploration of a Metroidvania. It's a very linear game. It's not very open. I would love... I want to make a Metroidvania eventually, but for now, this is just a very, like, linear experience. Metroidvanias are super expansive. Like, I've put a lot of thought into them. I know I could make the mechanics of a Metroidvania, but in terms of art, like, my art... Hang on. I'm making all of the art myself. Let me get my Explorer open really quick. I'm making all the art myself. So, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible and, like, as easy as possible. So, like, a very closed, contained experience is going to be more realistic for me than, like, an entire, like, world that I have to build out. It's just a lot more to do, and I want to make sure that this gets out, at least in a reasonable time frame. Let's see. So, here's all my sprites and stuff. I've been working on these. This is, like, all the trees I've been working on. I spent like 4 streams worth of time working on these trees. This is not even the correct file. One second. Is it trees all 2? Or tree prompts? Which one's the newest? Because, like, I got rid of a bunch of these. Yeah, see, I got rid of a bunch of these trees. I don't even use those. Forest level sprites, template scene, rocks all. That's definitely something I'm using. No, this is not even something I'm using. What the heck? Where's all my current drawings? Is it on my desktop? But yeah, I mean, keeping the art style really simple is gonna help me to, like, make this stuff myself, and that's kind of the goal. And if I get the scope too large, I'll never finish and I'll get burned out. And so at least with this, like, I can make my props pretty quickly. Now I'm kind of concerned that I lost the files. Yeah, that's not even it. Anyways, I'll show you really quick what the levels I'm making next are. And then I'll be ending the stream because I'm past time by about 30 minutes, but it's all good. So I've already got this one. It's just kind of teaching the player how to, like, jump, how to push things around, what death is. This already kind of got made. This was kind of this obstacle right here. So it was like jumping, pushing, dragging, then death happens. Next, I'm gonna do a ladder and then just pushing something, but also introducing fall damage. So dying from the right height. So if you fall too far, you'll die. Then doing some sort of, like, a ball rolls. So just introducing the hazards kind of one by one. And then doing some sort of, like, seesaw so the player can, like, pick stuff up. I'll take you really quick to the sample scene where I did all of the like, creating the mechanics. So in this, I created all my mechanics. So this is, like, my drag and stuff. Drag is fine. But then also I have a pickup, so you can pick things up and, like, run around with them. And then also climb on top of them. And then you can climb up ladders and stuff. Right now it's just represented by a zone. But this will be, like, an actual asset that I draw. Either, I think I'll do, like, vines or something. I really don't want to do, like, a physical ladder. I want to do, like, some vines. But yeah, so that's all the features currently. And then, of course, the inversion. Yeah, and that's it. That's everything. I have a rope. So this is kind of on a rope. I'd like to do some swinging. I just haven't gotten the ropes to behave the way I want them to. They just act very strangely. but I'm gonna like do some research on how to do ropes properly. I think maybe it has to do with like my colliders are a little off, maybe. But yeah, so that's where we're at. There we go. Yeah, there's just a bunch of hinge joints put together right now, but I'm working on it. Controls look really good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna be ending the stream. I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciate you helping out and hanging out and helping out. Wish you luck. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. All right. Have a good one. I hope to see you in the next one. I'll sub and keep an eye out for more. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I play some games too. I'm currently going through Silent Hill 2. So that's always a good time. But I hope to see you in some future streams, and you can help me out with some other stuff. All right, have a good one. See ya.